straight into it. Make sure your ground is all prepared and as level as you like, because it makes the lawn look as best as it can once laid. Get your lifter, organic lifter or whatever your alternative is, and spread it evenly throughout the lawn. When starting to lay the lawn, do the border first, like a picture frame, and then work in off the straight edge. When laying out a roll, make sure it's against either the edge or the last roll tucked in. When you push it out, have your foot on the roll so it doesn't separate from the previous roll once rolled out. Then use your foot and hand to push either against the edge or the previous roll. This is probably one of the most important parts to make sure there's no gaps in between each roll as you get further and further out. Pushing them into each other allows for a nice unified finish. When cutting in, I choose to use a bread knife because it's great for long cuts and short cuts around sprinklers and hard to get places. As shown in this example here, I'm just finding where this pop-up sprinkler is. I put a probe down with the bread knife, which is easy because it's got a pointy end, and then just using that sawing action, cut around the sprinkler evenly. Push down the lawn again, make sure it's all pressed down evenly. Do the same with end cuts as well. For this one, I've only got a small lap, so it's going to taper out. Use the other part of the lawn as a guide to start, and then sort of go along the edge of it until you've cut it off. Pull out the scrap bit of lawn and then push down against the other piece. Common theme here when laying is use your feet as much as possible to tuck the lawn. That gets you the best finish. Now, once you start to fill in, you've done your border and you want to work in, use that straight edge that I talked about and build a stair-step sort of pattern out from it, like this. There's your straight edge and you've built a stair-step out, triangulating out from that straight corner. This allows for the most even lay. When laying on curved surfaces like this, start your first piece of lawn on the next layer, overlapping the bordered curve. And then lay it out and you can come back to it with your chosen knife and cut it in like I've just showed before. Keep laying out in that triangular fashion. It keeps it neat and as straight as possible. As you go, make sure you use whatever your chosen leveler is. For our case, it's on wheels because it's a big area, or it could be a small screed, so you get rid of any footprints or machine marks as you go. Once you've got the lawn all laid down, whether you're either hiring a plate compactor or you have one or getting one off your friend, start from any side, any corner, and do your border and then zigzag your way over all the lawn. This unifies and nets it all down, pushing it into the soil and getting the best finish. Once you got your lawn laid, make sure you water it in well. I like to go through and do all my stations for about 10 to 20 minutes at least once it's laid to get a good water in, and make sure your controller is programmed to come on multiple times a day for at least a week or two, depending on what season you are, so the lawn has its best chance to thrive.